If you plan on playing Grand Theft Auto 6 on an Xbox, well, I've got some good news for you. We're going to be talking about what and more all in this video today. And before I begin, I want to ask, what system are you going to be playing Grand Theft Auto 6 on? Let me know in those comments down below. Is it going to be the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or S? I think we should, differentiate between the two just because they are, of course, separate systems. Are you going to be waiting for the game to come out on PC? Will you be waiting for one of the upgrades to the current generation consoles, like a PlayStation 5 Pro, or whatever the next generation version of the Xbox is going to be? Again, let me know in those comments down below. And we're talking about this because of a very interesting article that came out on GameSpot just a couple of days ago. This is what it says: GTA 6 could help Xbox have one last hurrah this generation, analyst says. And so, of course, when I saw that article, I was wondering what that one last hurrah might be. This is what it has to say. Microsoft has lost this console generation to Sony when it comes to pure sales. But according to one analyst, the release of GTA 6 could be a last hurrah for Xbox Series X and S consoles. Reese Elliott of Media Research said in an interview that although Sony will emerge as this console generation's victor, Microsoft could benefit substantially from GTA 6's launch in terms of hardware sales, specifically of the less expensive Series S console. Going on to say, like Rockstar's other flagship titles, GTA 6 will hit PlayStation and Xbox before it hits PC. Therefore, it could pay off for Xbox to have a significant Series S push and fire sale to tie in with GTA 6 as one last hurrah for this generation. The marketing team should be banging the drum, highlighting that the Series S is the most accessible way to play GTA 6. A sub $200 Series S could be an enticing entry point to GTA 6 for cash-strapped consumers, of which there are many, thanks to today's tumultuous economy and cost of living crisis. And Reese Elliott actually makes a pretty good point for a couple of reasons, because number one, there might be a lot of people right now, maybe watching this video, maybe not watching this video, that don't have the most up-to-date console. They might still be playing on an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, or maybe they still have an even older console, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, or maybe, of course, they're only on PC. And since we know that GTA 6 is A, only going to be on console, and B, only going to be on the newest consoles, that might create an issue for some people. And because Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be that once-in-a-generation game, it's going to be the biggest thing of all time. It'll be the only title that people are playing for weeks, months, if not years. It's going to cause a lot of people to say, I've got to get my hands on this game no matter what. And in order to do that, some people might be scrambling to find the cheapest option to play it, especially if they're not particularly console gamers, and as soon as the game comes out on PC, they'll just revert back to that. Or if they're not big-time gamers but still want to experience GTA 6, they don't want to spend a ton of money on something that they know won't last them a long time. But anyways, let's keep going. The article goes on to say, currently the 512GB Series S is priced at $300, with the 1TB version going for $350. It's not uncommon to see lower prices though. Even if those prices hold until GTA 6 launches this year, the Series S would remain the least expensive console someone could buy to play GTA 6, as the Series S and PS5 are more expensive. Now, the Series S is underpowered compared to the Series X and the PS5, of course, but Take-Two Bosch Strauss Zelnick isn't worried about that, going on to say, look, we support the platforms where the consumers are, as long as they're there, and we will find a way to support platforms despite different levels of tech. Our labels are very good at that. I'm not worried about it. However, Elliott also mentioned how the sad dad blue elephant in the room is the possibility that Sony, not Microsoft, secures marketing rights to GTA 6. If this happens, it could give Sony a bigger edge, as trailers and other marketing materials would focus on PlayStation, not Xbox. Elliott pointed out how Sony paid Warner Brothers for the rights to Hogwarts Legacy, which he said led to non-console owners buying a PlayStation console, not Xbox, to play the game. It is worth noting that PlayStation would very much want the same thing to happen with GTA 6. Take-Two, of course, also wants to sell the most copies it can and would do so via PS5's higher install base. That's why I reckon PlayStation will get the rights. So I do think that would be really smart of Xbox if right around when Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out, they do some sort of flash sale, whether it's $50 off, $100 off, and you're able to get the cheapest Series S for like $200. that would be a huge steal. In fact, I've actually got both Xbox consoles. I've got the Series X and I've got the Series S. The Series S is the one I do a little bit more of my casual gaming on, and the Series X would be reserved for something like Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out, because I know it would run a little bit better, and I know that Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick isn't worried about that, but there have been tech experts that have said it's going to perform a little bit worse on the Series S, and I would imagine GTA 6 is already going to stress these consoles enough as it is, so I kind of want a little bit of a beefier system to be able to play it. And then Elliot brings up a good point, is there might be some things that are out of our control here, as Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive might team up with one of the console manufacturers. In fact, they've done so for years now, even going back to games like Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption, where Rockstar had an agreement with Microsoft, and therefore their expansions and their bundles occurred on the Xbox consoles. However, fast forwarding to GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, as well as the expanded and enhanced version of GTA 5 that released a couple of years ago, Rockstar has partnered with Sony. There's been Sony PlayStation console bundles. PlayStation users have gotten early access to certain features in online and various bonuses and discounts and whatnot. So it will be very interesting to see which direction Rockstar goes with this. Again, over the last couple of years, they've done so on the Sony side, but in the past, they've done so on Microsoft's side. And it makes you wonder if Sony or Microsoft might be able to secure like early access to the game or early access features in Grand Theft Auto 6's multiplayer. Something like that could be huge in swaying people to decide on which console they want to play the biggest game of all time on. Now, the article ends by saying this: console sales in the US are slumping, and other experts have predicted that GTA 6's launch, combined with the debut of the Switch 2, could help lift the overall gaming market in 2025. We know that as things currently stand, though, GTA 6 is not coming on Switch 2. GTA 6, of course, launches this fall for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, though it could be delayed. Rockstar Games released the game's one and only trailer back in December 2023, and since then, the company has not said a single word about the game. Hopefully that changes very, very soon. And I certainly didn't mean for this video to turn into a console war, but it is going to be an interesting discussion at the end of the day. What's going to be the best system to play Grand Theft Auto 6 on? Is it going to be Xbox? Is it going to be PlayStation 5? Is it going to be waiting possibly a year or more for PC when it eventually comes out? I think that Sony and the PS5 has an edge if they are to put out like a pro version of that console right before the release. That would sort of give fans the best and most technically overall experience that they could have for GTA 6. But I think that Microsoft has a little bit of an edge with the Series S, because it is indeed like the cheapest way you can get into the game in order to play GTA 6. And because we know it's going to be the biggest game of all time, there's going to be people that aren't even normal gamers that'll be stepping into this ecosystem wanting to play it, and that might be the best option for them. So again, let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today in those comments down below. I know it could get heated. Try to keep it clean. Let me know what you're thinking down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.